Alright, what's up everybody? Quick test. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Alright, hello and welcome everybody. This is Give You Anxiety on the Mic, coming out of retirement and casting a tournament series here. Got a great one for you. Mitoe versus Kaiserklein, two of the best players in the world. These guys have faced each other in tournaments plenty of times. And yeah, so this is a play all five. I'm going to go ahead and set up these overlays first before I kind of get into the cast here. There's a... Yeah, I didn't get a chance to set all these things up, so we'll kind of... one second. So we'll kind of do it as we're casting here, just in the initial game. There's big time crunch and all that stuff. Let's see. Alright. Alright, so that one's supposed to go right there. This should go up, I believe. Okay, I think this is about right. Okay, what's up everybody? Kind of do a reintroduction here. Welcome everybody. This is Give You Anxiety cast then. And we'll do a quick test right here, make sure the stream's working and everything. Let me know in the chat, guys. Everything should be good to go. But yeah, as I said, they didn't really give me any time to, or we just didn't have time to, you know, make sure everything was good to go. Had time crunch, so we are in game one here. I don't know why the chat's not going to my stream labs. Yeah, sorry, this first game casting is probably gonna be a bit wonky because I have to figure all this stuff out. Okay, I should be able to read the chat now, see everything. So I'll try to cast this game then. Yeah, if there's anything I need to change, let me know. Okay, so we have Mitoe playing as the British here in the blue, and we have Kaiserklein in the red playing as the French. And let's see, Kaiserklein building an age 1 training post. Both players are now on their way up to age 2. Put ASUI on. How do I do that? Shouldn't it be on? Yeah, let me know what I gotta tweak or whatever. I'll try to cast and tweak stuff as we go here. Alright, so taking a look at Mitoe's deck here, looks like he is shipping Virginia Company. So looks like he sent 3 villagers, built the trading post, and now sending Virginia Company. So going for a VC boom. Did not know that existed. Okay, cool. Good stuff. Alright, but yeah, you guys can hear me good, sounds like. I think everything's pretty much good after this. Alright, so we're seeing Mitoe getting the VC boom going. A lot of villagers on wood, obviously, so you just drop down as many houses as possible. Now building market, so kind of delaying the gang saw a bit. It's always a good question of when you VC boom with Brits, do you build a market right away and get gang saw so you can be gathering the wood really efficiently, or do you just drop down manors before to just get the free villagers out? So looks like he delayed the market a little bit and actually doing hunting dogs before gang saw. So yeah, not uncommon. A lot of times you see players delay the market a little bit. Alright, and looks like Mitoe's dropping barracks here, kind of in the middle of the map. Maybe get a little bit of map control here. And we do actually see a forward barracks from Kaiserklein here. Ship in 700 wood, just gonna continue to get that VC boom going. Alright, good. Cool stuff. Alright, and we actually got an expo rush here coming out from Kaiserklein. Oh, muskets are popping. Get a nice shot onto the crossbowman, but this is really good positioning for Kaiserklein, actually, and using the explorer to snare these retreating muskets. So Kaiserklein getting some free pickups here is going to feel really good. And very good spot for the native. Meanwhile, looks like Mitoe's using his explorer to grab some treasure, so isn't able to track down the native. And a lot of exposed villagers. Mitoe kind of really slow to be pulling these villagers in. Does lose one villager there. And these muskets also getting snared, so you can lose all of his muskets here. It looks like this is a really good start for Kaiserklein. Just 2 more crossbows coming back, trailing in. And no hussars in queue. Mitoe now shipping 700 gold after 700 wood. And dropping a barracks. Oh, this feels bad. He feels like he can't even use this barrack. So Mitoe was not expecting this rush from Kaiserklein. You haven't seen French Expo pike in a long time. So yeah, Mitoe kind of caught off guard here. And a lot of early aggression from Kaiserklein, and it's working out really good for him, because he's able to kill that barracks basically completely for free, and could potentially kill these 2 manors and the market even. But no, going for the stable, and the stable is also built in a pretty awkward situation where, it's out of TC range, and it's very far from TC range. So this is going to be like another free pickup for Kaiserklein here. And yeah, this is very quickly looking really scary for Mitoe, as 5 hussar do pop just before the stable goes down, but yeah, Mitoe's gonna have to make something happen here. Mitoe now shipping muskets, and loses that stable. He's sending the 5 huss out. Can they get a big raid? This will be one way for Mitoe to claw his way back into the game if he gets a really big game-changing raid. Gotta be careful with these 5 muskets here. Hussars, Kaiserklein pulling the villagers in early, very nice. And Mitoe even losing villagers underneath his town center here, so yeah, Mitoe very small military. He does have his muskets about to pop. Maybe he'll try to do Minutemen, but actually doesn't have the resources for Minutemen. There are 5 muskets popping, pushing back the crossbows a little bit. And Hussars actually coming back to try to get a snare, but the pikemen are there. Gonna scare the Hussars away here. And muskets are kind of pushing in, trying to get as many shots in on crossbows as possible. But I think Kaiserklein's in an okay spot here. He has just enough anti-cav as the muskets come in to kind of scare away the hussars here. Pike's going a little bit too far there, but taking a little extra damage. Crossbows now focusing on the muskets here, and yeah, overall this is still looking very good for Kaiserklein. Mitoe forced to rebuild a stable, so this is pretty rough and awkward. He already lost a barracks and a stable. It feels so bad to have to rebuild a barracks and a stable. Not ideal at all. backs with muskets popping out here, and there's the Minutemen call, but nothing to really snare them. Mitoe's going to try to push, it looks like. A little bit of a strange Minutemen call, to be honest. It pushes Kaiserklein back, maybe buys Mitoe the time he needed. But you always, generally, you want to, snare the opponent's army with the Minutemen call. But Kaiserklein just sees the Minutemen being called, and he just completely retreats. And his Minutemen are going to be going down to 1 HP. 2 Hussars looking to get a raid, but the Pikes are going to catch. Ooh, quick raid. Whoa, did the Hussars like disappear there? Quick reaction time from Mitoe, but he actually did lose both of those Hussars. And Kaiserklein shipping 700 gold, and let's see, what is his game plan here? Looks like he's committed to the age 2, so doesn't appear like he's attempting to age. Is he just still in 1 barracks, looks like? So he sees, oh, nice little raid here with the muskets. Maybe gonna pick off a second villager. Nope, doesn't want to lose the muskets here. So Kaiserklein knows he's done quite a lot of damage, and he sees that Mitoe is now looking to push out. So Kaiserklein is not trying to get too risky. Oh, actually, he is now aging, and he does actually have a second barracks here, a little bit spread out. Must do get caught. Mitoe using the Hussar to snare them. Very nice catch from Mitoe. So yeah, this is Mitoe's go time. This is his opportunity. It looks like. As Mitoe's committed to the age 2, and Kaiserklein, meanwhile, aging up to age 3 right now. So yeah, this is where Mitoe has to push, as he's now sieging down the barracks here. Kaiserklein going to try to buy some time here, and let's pick off a couple units as he loses his barracks. Let's take a look at Kaiser. Kaiserklein, is he doing slow age? Why does it feel like he's aging slowly? I highly doubt he's doing a slow age, but it feels like he's been aging for a while, but maybe not. And yeah, looks like he's gonna have to lose his second barracks also. Yeah, that age up, sometimes it feels like, oh, you do a fast age up and it just feels like it takes so long because you're getting pushed, and obviously you want to get up to the 3rd age as quickly as possible. But losing 2 barracks there, the muskets do pop out right before the barracks goes down. And Kaiserklein now shipping 2 cannons, and it looks like he's on no military buildings at all. A lot of military buildings being torn down in this game so far. Not able to upgrade his muskets since he's got no barracks. He does have 2 cannons on the way though, and yeah, those 2 cannons are gonna potentially do a lot of damage. And a little bit surprised to see Mitoe back off here, as yeah, he's still fully committed to the age 2. So yeah, Mitoe's stepping off the gas pedal here for a bit. A little bit questionable, to be honest. It feels like, Kaiserklein just hit age 3. You really need to, push and do the damage, but perhaps Mitoe feels like he can kind of just control the map, maybe push Kaiserklein off of hunts and play a little more safe. And here we go, the 2 cannon volleys. Very nice volleys, though. And yeah, this is the danger of Mitoe not, immediately pushing in. It gives Kaiserklein time to get the 2 cannon shipments and kind of stabilize here. All right. So let's see what's going on here. Mitoe now trying to claim this top hunt here as he's dropping down some more manors. Kaiserklein also trying to drop a TC in that same location, actually. So it's, oh, looks like he did see that. I'm not sure where he got the vision, or decided to maybe cancel the TC. And now actually going way over here to build the TC. Going for a pikeman raid, the old pikeman raid. Pikeman not going to do a whole lot, but potentially, baiting the opponents. Oh, and the Falcons, got to be careful with the Falcons, of course. But, Kaiserklein's micro, or unit control is basically the best in the world, so you can never doubt Kaiserklein. You should never question Kaiserklein. Falcons are out of positioning. Oh, God, Kaiserklein. No, Kaiser. What in the world? Oh, no. Oh, no. What the hell just happened? Kaiserklein just lost his 2 Falcons completely for free. Oh, the best unit control in the world. What the hell just happened, Kaiser? It looks like he was maybe focused somewhere else. That was a massive, massive mistake, obviously. As Kaiserklein just lost his 2 Falcons completely for free, and I'm not really sure where his focus was during that. His whole army was just kind of really split off, and wow, that is massive. That's exactly what Mitoe needed to kind of claw his way back into this game. And I mean, Kaiserklein still has upgraded muskets. He's still in the age up. He's got goons now. Oh, this is Mitoe shipping 6. Is it 600? I think this is 600 coin. I believe you already sent that 700 coin. But wow, yeah, great pickup from Mitoe, obviously. TC does get up here though, so Kaiser, you know, he has 2 town centers. He's in age 3. He's able to ship these age 3 shipments. Meanwhile, you know, Mitoe's obviously shipping less, you know, worse shipments since they're age 2 shipments. Even going for amalgamation, training skirmishers, shipping skirms, and looks like he shipped 5 goons as his second age 3 shipment. So yeah, that was obviously a really great catch from Mitoe, but even with that, Kaiserklein had such a lead that it looks like Kaiser's doing just fine, you know, even after throwing away his 2 Falcons. And here we go, we got a Minutemen call, and skirmishers on the way being shipped. I can assume they're going to be shipped to this forward TC here. And enough goons to push back the Huss. And this is a lot of skirmishers going to force Mitoe to back off here. And yeah, Mitoe not looking to be in a good spot. He really took so much damage in the early game, where he tried to do the VC boom, tried to be super greedy with like a forward barracks and he kind of even like a forward stable. And it just did not work out for him as Kaiserklein and just rushed the VC boom. Didn't explode pike rush first hit, and Mitoe was really caught off guard. Did not see that coming. And there we go, there's the GG. So Kaiserklein does take game 1 here in this Play All 5 series. Alright, so I'm going to update the score here. Let's see. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work super great. I think that looks decent. Alright, let me know if there's any issues with the stream or anything, but I think it should be good. But yeah, I had to like set up the overlays and everything during that game because we were, you know, really rushed. So yeah, I didn't get a whole lot of time to set stuff up. Should the scoreboard be up? Let's see. Donation bar. Maybe move up a tiny bit. I don't know. Right there. Okay. Good, good, good. All right, looking at the post-game stats here. Sorry, I know the casting this first game was kind of all over the place and a bit of a mess since I had to set everything up. Yeah, just didn't have a chance to do it before. But yep, here's Vilgraph. Woof, am I losing the Vills? All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and hop out of this one and get into game 2 here in a little bit. Isn't that the AOE font? Yep. Alright, let me read the chat really quick before we get into the second game. Nice, it does appear too. Cool. Alright, looks like everything's good. Alright, hello everybody and welcome to this great AoE3 series here. This is GUA Casting, and we have a series between Mitoe and Kaiserklein. This is the EPL 3 tournaments. They're playing a Play All 5 series, and these two players, obviously great players. They've met in tournaments plenty of times. Kaiserklein, usually the more dominant one, usually wins the series, but they're always very close series. And yeah, we're in game 2 here. Kaiserklein is playing for the Hudson Bay BIGS team, while Mitoe is playing for the Blockhouse Boomers in the EPL tournament here. So yep, like I said, this is Play All 5, and Kaiserklein is currently up 1-0. And I'm getting everything set up, and we will be good to go in a second. Alright, so yep, we have Mitoe here in the red playing as the Chinese civilization, and Kaiserklein in the blue playing as the Dutch civilization. Alright, so we are playing on a no TP map, which you would think is not, super ideal for China. However, there are a lot of yaks on, or not a lot of yaks, but a lot of livestock on this map, so that's always really good for China, as you see Mitoe finding these llamas. It's gonna be really nice for him. But the no TP may hurt China a bit. Oh yeah, the UI. So you have to enable it each game or something, huh? More info? You have to do this each game, I guess. Alright. So Dutch feels quite strong. A lot of people in the community think that Dutch is a very strong civ at the moment. And yeah, so we'll see what Kaiserklein can do with the Dutch civilization in this game. Ooh, snaring the disciple. Always nice if you can pick off a disciple early game. So it looks like Mitoe's control got a little bit sloppy there. Letting his disciple get snared, not ideal. So already a nice pickup for Kaiserklein there. There's a native scout here that Mitoe could pick up. Always very nice if you can grab a native scout, put him in stealth mode. You can get so much value out of this guy. So I think we're going to see Mitoe go for that treasure in a little bit here. And look at this. Kaiserklein stealing 30 coin right underneath Mitoe's nose. Feels pretty good getting that coin with Dutch. Oh man, people. Alright, it's kind of impossible to cast and edit all these things at the same time, but I suppose. Sure. Well, yeah, it's like literally impossible to do this, so I'll put the score up here, but yeah, I only got 2 eyes and 2 arms, unfortunately, and 1 mouth, so there's only so much I can do. I'll work on that. I'll try to grow some more hands or something. But in the meantime, we're stuck with a 2-handed man. So, yes, here we go. We have Mitoe with 3 villages built here. And let's see, we're on Kaiserklein. Let's switch to Mitoe, see what he's been shipping. Looks like he did ship Northern Refugees, which gives 1 villager from a town center and each village. So he most likely got all 3 villages built before that shipment came in. I would assume that's what he went for, and if he did it correctly, yeah, which meant that would have been a 4 villager shipment, which is really, really good. taking a look at his deck here, kind of standard Chinese stuff. Now building the Summer Palace, and let's see what's going on with Kaiserklein here. Shipping 3 villagers, then followed up by 700 wood, working on his bank boom. So with Dutch, you basically have to decide between how greedy you want to play. If you want to, you know, drop down like max banks and just be super greedy, drop all the banks as soon as possible, or do you need to be a little more cautious and of course like drop some banks but not go too greedy, because if you drop too many banks, you could, you know, you open yourself up to getting pushed, or like a timing push potentially. So Kaiserklein now on 2 banks and also shipping a bank wagon. But of course, you know, China, they generally like to go up to the fortress age. So usually you can get away with quite a bit of booming here with Dutch, since, you know, China is probably not going to be super aggressive early, and they're just going to be going up to age 3 themselves. So Kaiserklein using the envoy here to get a little information, see what's going on. And Mitoe now dropping a consulate, and he is shipping 700 wood as his first age 2 shipment. Interesting. And he does, okay, here we go. Yeah, he's got a forward barracks. Very interesting. I wonder, is he going to go for age... Oh, German consulate. Okay, okay. So a lot of the Chinese gameplay and strategies have developed quite a lot from DE. You see a lot more unique Chinese builds, which is really cool, because, you know, before with Chinese you'd usually like always do the same exact fast fortress, but they have a lot more like potential builds now, it seems like. And yeah, we're seeing some pretty wonky stuff out of Mitoe here with a forward war academy now dropping a village, and he is training old hand armies, and he's also shipping 7 step riders. So yeah, Mitoe's looking to put on the pressure here actually, and let's take a look at Kaiserklein, how he's going to respond to this. He does see the barracks, so Kaiserklein, really good job with his envoy being active, and his explorer. Oh, he does snare the native scout, which is really unfortunate for Mitoe. You know, you could get so much value out of that guy, but Kaiserklein, you know, doing a good job. Perhaps saw that Mitoe picked up that treasure, so he was really active with his explorer, looking to track down that guy. And Kaiserklein now dropping a stable in the back of his base. He does have 10 skirmishers out. Now researching steel traps, and looks like he's committed to H2 gameplay, as he sees the aggression is coming. So he definitely doesn't want to risk it by going up to H3. Really smart decision by Kaiserklein. And now shipping pikemen. I think might have had Huss being shipped for a second, and I don't know if I saw that he switched it to pikemen. It makes a lot of sense. Doesn't have much anti-cav for these skirms. And here we go, Mitoe now moving in. But there's a lot of skirms here. 14 skirmishers. Like, does it not just beat this entire army? We do have the step riders. Here we go. Now they are here. The pikemen are going to be arriving just on time for Kaiserklein. Look at this. And he's even going to be able to bait. Pikemen are now going to arrive. Look at that. Now the step riders have to back off. And Kaiserklein is just looking solid here, pushing Mitoe back. And Kaiserklein with a lot of eco behind this also. As you know, sometimes people say like Dutch is bad in H2, but that may partially be true. But like, they have skirmishers in H2. Like, their skirmishers are so good at kiting and like microing, right? Like, you get so much value out of like skirms with like pole tricking and good micro. It's like, how do you push into this army? You have pikes, you have skirms, you have Huss. Like, what more do you want in life? And Kaiserklein now pushing out, being a bit aggressive. And now shipping 3 Hussars, making more Huss, making skirms. Ooh, Hussars in a little bit of a bad position. Kaiserklein not getting any shots off with the skirms yet. I think just one Hussar did go down there. And a little bit risky for Kaiserklein to be pushing out. As you know, Mitoe's game plan is just to mass up. And Kaiserklein potentially getting caught here. But the skirms, you know, are going to be able to kite for a long time, get a lot of shots. And Chuknu kind of struggling to get on the front line to get their shots in. And big reinforcing batches here from Kaiserklein. And Choknu now kind of getting up on the front line, trying to get some more shots in on the skirmishers there, though. And a lot of Huss still on the field as Mitoe's pikemen are trying to get on top of the Huss here. But those pikes, they just die so quickly. When you can use skirms to pick off pikes, it always just feels so good. And even Minutemen being called here from Kaiserklein, and this rush just not looking like it's working at all for Mitoe, as Kaiser was very well prepared. And now pushing Mitoe back, and yeah, Kaiser looking to be in a really dominant position here in this game. And interesting strategy, Mitoe trying to catch Kaiser off guard, but yeah, rushing Dutch, I don't know. It feels so hard to go like, you know, Choknu pikes versus skirms, right? Like, skirms just beat the entire army comp basically, and they could kill pikemen so efficiently, and then there's just no anti-cav. So you know, Mitoe trying to rush out here, but just did not work. And perhaps Mitoe didn't want to, you know, play H3 game versus Dutch with no trading posts for Spain, or not Spain, for China. Perhaps he thought he would have a better chance kind of being aggressive here, maybe catching Kaiserklein off guard, but Kaiserklein was ready to defend. And yeah, Kaiserklein didn't overinvest in banks, which was a, you know, key thing. If he maybe made an extra bank, that initial push could have been much more scarier. So. Alright, so Kaiserklein going up 2-0 in this best of 5. Not best of 5, in this play all 5. By the way, I think alerts should be working. You guys can let me know if sub alerts and donations are working. They should be working. But yeah, let me know. I haven't casted on ESOC in a very long time, so some of the overlays and stuff I have are very old, but I think stuff should still be good. Not the guy we're looking for. Alright, but yeah, it looks like everything's good in the stream. Yeah. Alright, just waiting for the game to pop up here. They might have took a little breather. And here we go. Punjab. Alright, everybody, we're going to be getting into Game 3 here in this Play All 5 series in the EPL 3 tournament between Mitoe and Kaiserklein. And Game 3 being played on Punjab, and we got a German mirror. Mitoe versus Kaiserklein playing in German mirror. This is something we've seen many times in tournaments, and yeah, this is great stuff here. I guess with a Mitoe Kaiser tournament series, you have to expect a German mirror to happen at some point, right? Where did that go? There we go. All right, so German mirror being played on Punjab here. See what both these players go for. Mitoe with a nice 40 wood treasure right in his base, and looks like he's actually saving his sharp shot, which is interesting. Let's take a look at Mitoe's vision.
Yeah,
you'd think sometimes you might just use it immediately just to kill it super quickly, and then, you know, oh god, no. The lion reset. Okay, he's gonna have to, is he just gonna use it now? Oh, Mitoe, no. Oh no. Alright, well this is awkward. Mitoe taking a lot of damage on his Explorer, delaying this, you know, treasure very long. Like his sharp shot would have already been back by now. You know, not super clean stuff right there. So a little bit of a hiccup there. Meanwhile, Kaiserklein with the market and hunting dogs, and Kaiserklein working on 100 food treasure here. Going to sharp shot one of the lions and be able to pick up this treasure. Both players using their rickshaw, do some scouting, try to pick up some livestock. Mitoe now going for an 80 coin treasure, very close to his base. And Mitoe also getting hunting dogs, belating the market, and getting hunting dogs in age 1 as expected. And Kaiserklein now working on a 55 coin treasure, but it's right next to Mitoe's home. So we'll have to see if Mitoe sees this. He does not, barely does not have vision. I'm not sure if he saw the Explorer when the Explorer was right here, or maybe it was just barely out of vision. Well, it looks like Mitoe's working on his own 65 coin treasure. And taking a look at their decks, Kaiserklein has Silversmith in his deck, which I believe is kind of a newer card with DE. And it existed before, but I believe it was tweaked in DE. And it's now seen in decks a lot more often, especially I think in these German mirrors. There's now certain times when you can use this card, so interesting stuff. And meanwhile, taking a look at Mitoe's deck, basically, I think literally the same exact deck. So we'll have to see if either of those players go for the Silversmith card at any point. Alright, Mitoe working on doing some herding here. Both players are now on their way up to H2, researching placer mines here. And he actually does not have a trading post. He's delaying his TP, which is a little strange to me. Maybe his Explorer was just out on the map grabbing treasures and stuff, but what's he doing? I thought he was going to build a trading post, but oh my god, this is not looking good for Mitoe. His Explorer is very low HP. He doesn't have a trading post. What the hell is happening in this game? Kaiserklein. Oh, do I have front full colors on? I don't know if I. Okay, so Mitoe's building a forward barracks. Mitoe is just. Oh wait. Oh, I think I do have front full colors. Is it switching? This is a little trippy with a mirror. Okay, so we'll just say on Kaiserklein's point of view here. Okay, so Kaiserklein in the blue now, building a forward barracks actually, and going for DOPS. And Kaiserklein built the trading post closest to Mitoe's base, and Mitoe doesn't have a trading post. Oh, that feels really, really bad. He built the church, you know, instead to get some XP, but how the hell does he not have a trading post? Oof. I don't think that was intentional. I think his Explorer, you know, kind of got the TP denied, unfortunately. Unless, who knows, maybe he wanted to just build the church? Yeah, I mean, maybe he did. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe the church play is the way to go. Kaiserklein having 4 dops pop out here, and Mitoe actually training pikes here. This is actually initially a good start for Mitoe. Does pick off the 1 Ulan. Dops are now starting to connect though. Kaiserklein trying to force a snare here. Splitting up the dops a little bit. Is going to be able to take out this 1 pike. And 3 pikes are trying to retreat, but the dops do catch them. And already really nice pickups from Kaiserklein. So, yeah, I think Kaiserklein's just looking really good in this game already. Like, the pikes are getting away. Nice job kind of getting away with a couple of pikes. But, you know, they're both pretty low HP. 1 went down there. So far, it looks like the trades have been pretty good for Kaiserklein. And Kaiser does have a trading post built. Does not have steel traps. Looks like he's delaying his steel traps a little bit. And we actually have 2 barracks from Mitoe here. And these are a lot of dops here. It can sometimes be hard to be aggressive with dops though, because if you try to push into your opponent's base, you know, they can call Minutemen, and Minutemen are just really good for stops. Like, if you don't have anything to get on top of the Minutemen, then you can just kind of, obviously, just kite with the Minutemen, like, forever. Just 1 swing there, the Ulan goes down. Oh, he wakes his Explorer back up. Nice. Good job there. And now Mitoe using his pikemen to try to take down Kaiserklein's trading post. Take a look at their decks here. So we are on Kaiserklein. Kaiser shipped 3 cellular wagons, 700 wood, and now shipping silversmith. Let's take a look at Mitoe's shipments. He did 3 bills, 700 coin, and he is behind an XP, so still waiting for that 3rd shipment to come in. Ooh, a couple villagers exposed here, so oh man, this is so annoying when you have a single Ulan going for a raid here. Oh, but meanwhile, big fight here. Oh, Minutemen are called for Mitoe. Oh, and a big pop from Mitoe. Actually looking like this is going very good for Mitoe. And picking up a couple of villagers there too even. And got a couple of swings in there. And now potentially these dops might be out of position. If these Minutemen can really kind of track them down. Quick walling. Mitoe, the quick wall god. Can we get some quick walls, Mitoe? Oh, the Minutemen aren't following though. That, man, potential chance to get a really good catch here. Oh, Kaiser now actually going in for the vills here. As Minutemen are going to be able to get some hits here, though, and I don't think any of the villagers are going down. And Mitoe's actually pushing and cleaning up this barracks for free. So these trades are actually now going very good for Mitoe. As and he picks up the trading post too. So yeah, that was pretty greedy. Kaiser, you know, building the TP over here. Like, yeah, I guess it denied Mitoe from building the trading post, which, you know, it's smart, but then it's, of course, easy to, you know, it's hard to protect since it's way over here on this side of the map. Kaiserklein is now aging, so that's why Mitoe was able to have so many good trades, is because Kaiserklein is on his way up to H3. Meanwhile, Mitoe is, I'm assuming, still not aging. Yep, Mitoe is committed. Mitoe is going to be clicking up any second, though, actually. Kaiserklein almost up to H3 here. Go! Big raid coming in for Kaiserklein. A lot of villagers going down here to the Ulan raids. Minutemen gonna try to get some shots in on these Ulans and clean up these Ulans here. And can we look at the villager graph? This is the Vill graph, right? Wait, what did I just do? Okay, I think this was with cellular wagons. Is that 33 villagers to 20? Is that correct? I'm new to these new overlays that Ace has made. But yeah, I believe this is the villager graph, which, you know, indicates it's very largely in Mitoe's favor. Is that military? That's maybe military. And this one, yeah, okay, this is villagers, it looks like. Oh, that's economy. Okay, yeah, so the top graph is military. So Mitoe has more military, but the economy at Kaiser's actually up by like 2 villagers. Now military graph spot. Even big engagement here. Minutemen getting in on the action. Klein trying to get in as many shots here as possible with Minutemen, trying to just kind of bait the Uhlans do get around those single dop, scaring off the Uhlans though. So Mitoe's really trying to get on top of these Minutemen, obviously, to kill them. As one dops gets a nice swing in there. War Wagons now able to get some shots in. Skirmishers are just following them though, so we're going to now scare back the War Wagons. Minutemen getting their last few shots in before they go down. So Mitoe with a lot of skirmishers here. He does have the dops on the pike though, so he does have a fair amount of anti-cav. Oh, and he actually has his own Minutemen. Looks like they're maybe just guarding it. Yeah, protecting the village, so maybe from any Uhlan raids. So Mitoe is up in military by a significant amount. Being more passive though, actually, and he's actually down in eco. He does have his church, which is giving him a little bit of XP, while Kaiserklein doesn't have, he doesn't have a church or a trading post. So that's actually a nice bonus that Mitoe's got going for him right now. And Kaiserklein, not rebuilding a trading post, so yeah, pretty nice having this church give you that little XP trickle. Looking at the ecos, Kaiserklein slightly ahead, military-wise, population-wise, Mitoe very far ahead. Kaiserklein shipped 3 war wagons as his first H3 shipment. Was shipping Uhlans, but actually just canceled the shipment. Let's see, looks like he's going for a mercenary shipment, going for the Jaegers instead. So changed up his mind there. Mitoe running around here in the back door. He does not, these are just regular Uhlans though. He actually does not have a stable at all, so very interesting. Going for, oh yeah, going very heavy on skirms, and Mitoe shipped Black Riders here. So he's got a good amount of anti-cav. He's got dops for the front line, and then Black Riders, kite Uhlans, and a lot of skirmishers. But I think Kaiser's responding to this appropriately, where he's shipping Jaegers, and like, yeah, this is a lot of skirms, but Jaegers really just evening up, and Kaiserklein actually has some of his own skirmishers, so once the Jaegers arrive, he'll actually have the lead there in kind of the skirmisher ball, in the ranged army. Still just regular Uhlans here from Kaiserklein, as I ran out of gold here, so can't upgrade them quite yet, and yeah, running out of the gold mine right now, so all unit production coming to a halt for the moment. And yeah, the interesting thing is Mitoe was making a lot of pikemen earlier, so he didn't go through his gold mines as quickly. And here we go, big engagements. There's a lot more skirmishers for Mitoe, but obviously he does not have the Jaegers here. And cavalry are going down. Uhlans are gonna perhaps go in and pursue. Cellar Wagon's doing a little bit of tanking here. One Cellar Wagon does go down though, actually. I don't like that, to be honest. Yeah, one Cellar Wagon did go down there, pushing Mitoe back with these very scary Jaegers. It's hard to tell, who has the better army here, this big massive skirms or the little massive skirms and Jaegers. Uhlans trying to just maybe take some shots. And it looks like Kaiserklein's actually getting pushed back here. Mitoe doing as much poking as he can here. Once you have the advantage in the ranged army, you can kind of, continually poke and just try to get favorable trades. And yeah, Kaiserklein forced to kind of protect this location here. Oh no! There's no gold here for Kaiserklein. Looks like not the best gold gen. There's one here kind of a little bit more in the middle. He does have this one he could want to, or the ones in the middle of the map. These 2 gold mines are already gone for Mitoe. Mitoe now on these 2 far ones. This one's just a little bit more, in the middle of the map than here, obviously. Very nice job spreading out the Minutemen, so if Uhlans do arrive, they can't, do the splash damage and kill all the Minutemen, or just kill them quickly. And Mito going back in, going to do some more poking here with the skirm mass. But here we go, the Ulan mass is growing very large for Kaiserklein. He has not shipped Cav Combat, but he just shipped 9 Ulans, going perhaps for a timing push. But there are DOPs, not a whole lot though. So we do have some anti-cav here for Mito, obviously. The Black Riders, very nice. But with Black Riders, you have to kite with them, right? You can't really stand and fight. It's not like a front line. He does have DOPs, but only about 5 of them. And here we go. Kaiserklein going all in here. And he's going to try to do his best job to find these DOPs and pick off the DOPs. This is the scariest part here. War Wagons coming in from the side here. And the DOPs are now all going down. So there's that front line from Mito now gone. And just has Black Riders and a couple of War Wagons as the anti-cav here. And there are a lot of Ulans. And they're now trying to connect and force that snare and start this engagement here. But Mito doing a really good job of picking off the Ulans, as the Ulan mass is kind of falling pretty quickly here. Reinforcing Ulans are arriving, however, and Kaiserklein trying to pick off all these Black Riders. Now the Black Riders are a little bit out of position actually, and the Black Riders really were much more forward than they should have been there. And yeah, well, those Black Riders really melted pretty quickly, it felt like. Some more wagons do arrive kind of just in time to clean up the rest of these Ulans here. Pretty even trade, and here we go. Ulans coming in from Mito. They are just regular Ulans, though, not vet Ulans, as I think Mito does now have a stable, but still going to be able to get a lot of good shots in here. Skirmishers are going to be focusing down the War Wagons here. This is actually really nice. These Ulans coming in getting a very good trade, even though they're not veteran Ulans. They still got so much value here, so very nice pickup from Mito there. It's kind of back and forth trade, but it looks like Mito's coming out on top here. And using the Explorer to try to snare this army. Uh-oh, these skirmishers are getting a little bit forward though, and there are a lot of Ulans. Okay, he does see the Ulans. Mito, he's still pushing. He's still pushing forward with like 0 anti-cav. Couple of War Wagons there. Let's see, what's Mito got? What is he working on? He's got an Ulan shipment on the way, and now making a batch of Ulans. Villagers just trying to cross across the map and get back to work, but getting picked off here. Kaiserklein trying to get a raid here, but Mito very nice, has a little bit of army to protect. And there's not a lot of anti-cav here, but there are a lot of Ulans that Mito has actually. So now the Ulans are kind of getting here a little bit late, but they're eventually going to join in on this fight. And now Kaiserklein actually has to retreat, as he has very little anti-cav and the smaller amount of Ulans here. So this is looking very good for Mito actually. And getting a raid there at the same exact time. Some more reinforcing Ulans are coming for Kaiserklein, but Mito has a large Ulan number here, and you really want to just focus on the other Ulans here. Even with your Ulans, you want to be attacking your opponent's Ulans rather than the skirmishers, since they're the real damage dealers. And there we go, Kaiserklein taps out as he sees he's obviously lost this fight, and these are all of his eco here. So Mito doing a good job of winning game 3 here, bringing the series to 2-1. Kaiser's still ahead in the series. And yeah, beating Kaiserklein in a German mirror always feels great. So well played from Mito. Very back and forth game there. It actually looked like Mito was in a very bad situation, but then kind of crawled his way back in. And yeah, just very back and forth stuff this game. Good to see. Good to see. And I think the biggest turning point was when Kaiser was trying to age to age 3, and yeah, probably around this point where like Kaiser lost his army, but he also, well, the main things were he lost the trading post and he lost the barracks, and he kind of had like a bad trade, so that was really big pickups there. Hey, where'd it go? Just disappeared. Alright, let me update the score here. Alright, waiting for game 3 to pop up here. Alright, a little bit of an intermission here before we get into the next game. I assume they're playing right now. It should be showing up soon. There we go. Alright, everybody, we are getting into game 4 here, right? Yes, game 4 in this play all 5 series between Kaiserklein and Mitoe. Kaiserklein currently up 2-1, and game 4 is going to be played on Colorado. Civilry sets do come in, so Kaiserklein able to play as the German civilization once again, and Mitoe playing as the French civilization here. All right. Kaiserklein picking up a 40 wood treasure, dropping a market, and he's going to be going for market and hunting dogs opening here. Meanwhile, Mitoe playing as a French civilization is going for a trading post. Kaiserklein just crossing the map here looking to see what treasures he can find. There's usually quite a lot of good treasures on this map. And it's really nice, you know, for the French. You start with 2 scouts. Start with the explorer and the native scout. So you're able to get a little, you know, see the treasures, get a little more information quicker. Can help in the treasure game here. And as we see, Mitoe seeing the German explorer, but realizes he's not really gonna be able to get there in time to deny it, and it's only a 60 food. So Mitoe just finishing up his trading post and you know, crossing the map to see what good treasures he can find. Mitoe just finding a cougar treasure here. Drop in house now. Yeah, I think the color's on, right? 1 second. Oh, I could do that. Oh, Where's friendful colors? Here we go. Okay, yeah, it's tripping me out way too much every time I'd click. Every time I'd switch opponents, the colors would switch. Beautiful. Okay, now they're not switching. Okay. Alright, so we have Mitoe in the red here playing as the French civilization, and Kaiserklein in the blue playing as the German civilization. And we got a treasure contention here for 110 coin. Kaiserklein in the blue looking to steal the treasure. And looks like it's going to Mitoe here. Mitoe picking up the 110 coin. Very nice. And Kaiserklein now just backing off. Doesn't want to lose too much HP with the Explorer. You can always build the trading post really close to your TC though, so not too much danger of getting the trading post denied. Alright, and let's see. Alright, we're on Mitoe. Mitoe now on his way up to H2 here. Switching the village to wood. Let's see, are there any other good treasures? 120 XP. Let's see if Mitoe tries to take this one. It's, you know, kind of on Kaiser's side of the map, so if Mitoe doesn't take this treasure soon, then you know, Kaiser would probably just get it in the very early H2 when the 2 Ulans arrive. So very smart for Kaiser to go for this, or for Mitoe to go for this treasure. Could have waited. Oh, okay, he does get the treasure. And let's see what's going on with Kaiser here, as he is still not building the trading post. Looks like he was trying to maybe contest that treasure, delaying his TP a little bit here, but should ideally, hopefully not miss any passes. XP pass. 90 food treasure over here, and just hero HP treasure. So Mitoe with his little Age 1 army here. You got the native scout, a cougar, and his explorer trying to take out this German explorer here. Mike looks like he's going to get the XP for getting the kill, so... Oh, wow, the TP does get built just in time. Of course, could have just used the villager to finish it off if it didn't get built in time, but just getting the XP for killing the explorers is nice. Kaiserklein already with placer mines. Yes, placer mines. On his way up to H2 here. Shipping 3 cellular wagons. Just standard stuff here from Germany. And now dropping a stable. Meanwhile, let's take a look at Mitoe's deck, see what he's working with. Shipping his 4 villager shipments and dropping a stable of his own. And Mitoe's also going to get this 90 food treasure, so yeah, it seems like Mitoe's got a lot of really good treasures this game. He got like the 110 coin here, he got the 90 food, he killed the German explorer once for XP. So I think a very good Age 1 from Mitoe so far in this game, putting himself in a good spot. Also going for the early steel traps here. Kaiserklein also researching steel traps. Now sending out his first 2 Ulans. He's also, looks like he's going to get that batch of 5 Ulans. He's... Okay, yep. Cancels. Oh, he canceled an Ulan. Building a house here. Is he going to get a batch of 5? Oh, he gets a batch of 4. Yeah, there's just 4 there, not 5. German Explorer is going to go down again, so it's just a little bit more XP from Mitoe. Just little trades like that are always really nice. And the other big thing is that Mitoe still has his native scout alive, so... You know, when you play versus French and you're playing against a native scout, you always want to be really active with your explorer trying to find the native scout. But, you know, we're seeing Mitoe kill Kaiserklein's explorer, making it that much harder to, you know, find this native scout. So, very nice job. Is when you're playing as French, you know, essentially the counterplay is to try to kill your opponent's explorer. That way your native scout can survive and get as much information as possible. More Ulans being trained here from Kaiserklein, and now shipping 700 wood after the 3 cellular wagons. Looks like he's committing to a large Ulan mass, even queuing up more Ulans. Meanwhile, Mitoe's on his way up to H3. He only trained 3 Hussars kind of just to defend. And I actually really like I really like Mitoe's situation in the game so far. He's on his way up to H3. He he had a really good H1 with all those treasures. He killed the Explorer a couple times. He only traded 3 Hussars, and now he's on his way up to H3. So H3 time is going to be quite good. And he's really just using these 3 Hussars to defend and buy time. And Kaiserklein now sieging down Mitoe's trading post, but he's just sieging it with Ulans, of course. So it's going to take a while for that trading post to go down. And Mitoe is going to be up to H3 here pretty soon, even pushing back some Ulans, picking up 1 Ulan, which is a nice catch. And now Mitoe's in H3. He's training Dragoons and shipping 5 Goons. And he might be able to save this trading post even. Looks like he might have to call Minutemen. We'll see if he wants to call Minutemen and try to save the trading post, but it doesn't look like that's going to be his option. I think he's just okay with letting the trading post go down and just waiting for his Dragoons to get trained and shipped. And Kaiserklein now committing going underneath the TC, which is risky because you got to be expecting that 5 Dragoon shipment as you saw Mitoe aged up. Maybe trying to bait a Minutemen call there. And yeah, we're about to have 10 Dragoons on the field. And yeah, that's going to be pretty good for Mitoe. And now shipping 1k wood behind this. So I think Mitoe's in a really good spot here. Let's take a look at what Kaiserklein's up to. He was about to build a second trading post. Actually, he canceled it. And yeah, he's still not aging himself. He's now about to start aging. Oh, and these Ulans are potentially out of position. If Mitoe catches these, this could be like completely game-changing and potentially kind of game-ending. As these Dragoons can melt the Ulans very quickly. Let's take a look at Mitoe's vision here. Is he going to find them? Oh god, this is close. Oh, no. Wait, he does find settler wagons though, so I guess that works out pretty good. And here's the Ulans. The Ulans are going to escape for Kaiserklein just barely. And that's actually good. He does lose a settler wagon, but it would have been a lot worse to lose potentially every single Ulan there. So he does kind of get away. Minutemen being called there and trying to get the snare connected onto the Dragoons. As Dragoons went a little bit far. That was a really quick U-turn from Kaiser trying to snare the Dragoons, but Dragoons do escape here. Overall, I think that was a good trade for Kaiserklein. Looks like a couple Dragoons did go down there. But still, 1k wood on the field, or already gathered, from Mitoe. That was the second H2 shipment. And now he's dropping 2 barracks. Not going for a town center, it looks like, which I think is smart. He could maybe drop a TC here, which would actually be pretty nice. Yeah, that could be really nice. But instead, deciding to drop 2 barracks, and still has the 400 wood, but might just use them for houses. Could go for a TC still, potentially. Nope, just more houses. And meanwhile, Kaiserklein, now in H3, ships 8 skirmishers as his first H3 shipment. Going to be looking to upgrade these Ulans. Needs just a little bit more wood, and I'm assuming he's about to click that any second here. There we go. There is the vet Ulans coming in. Just positioning his army next to his gold villagers here, just to keep them protected. And did Mitoe? No, Mitoe still has his native scout, so very nice. Just kind of parking him in front of the base here. Large Dragoon mass here for Mitoe. 17 Dragoons. And now working on the skirmisher count, up to 15 skirms. A couple other villagers back here. Be getting back to work here soon. And here we go, Mitoe moving the native scout out and about. Getting that information. Very nice. Meanwhile, Kaiserklein's explorer's way over here, so yeah, this native scout's getting a lot of free information here. Let's take a look at what their next shipments are looking like. So Mitoe did 5 goons, 1,000 wood, 8 skirms. It'll be interesting to see what his next shipment is. If he goes for cannons or cav combat, potentially gold. Got a lot of options available there. thought I clicked that. Oh, wait. Meanwhile, Kaiserklein only shipped a 1H3 shipment to 8 skirms. He's going to have another shipment available here any seconds. And I think he's saving up for Merc shipment, it looks like. Going with Black Riders. Alright. Oh, the Dragoons are coming in here on the gold mine, looking to get a raid here. As Kaiserklein's army is out of position at the moment. One cellular wagon does go down, so very nice pickup for Mitoe, and then Mitoe just backing out, doesn't want to be too greedy and overstay, and then loses Dragoons. He already killed one cellular wagon, so that's a very good, pickup and trade. So I really like that decision by Mitoe, not being overly greedy and trying to get like a second villager there. Take the free win. Mitoe still with that native scout here, just seeing the villagers gathering some food. A lot of Dragoons, a lot of skirmishers here for Mitoe. Oof, we have even more skirms, oh boy. Yeah, so Mitoe's mass is looking very scary. That is a lot of units. Queuing up more Dragoons here, and now moving across the map as it's potentially go time. We'd like to see it be a little bit more active with the native scout. Oh, here we go. Units are connecting. And this is a lot of skirmishers for Mitoe, as how does Kaiser really just can't take a fight here? Like, his army is just smaller. He's forced to back up here and maybe try to ship Jaegers, or I don't know, just get more skirmishers, get the larger skirmisher count. He's training more Uhlans here actually. Might just try to get a surround and trap and snare the Dragoons, and Dragoons are obviously extremely good at countering the Uhlans, but if you can snare the Dragoons and get on top of them, the Uhlans can melt the Dragoons so quickly. Skirmishers getting some nice kills here, so Mitoe, yeah, playing very good here. Just a couple more, nice bill kills, doing a lot of eco damage, and yeah, Kaiser looks like he's gonna go in, but Black Riders are kind of really far back, just a little bit, maybe just soaking up some damage, trying to get the skirmisher shots in there. But Mitoe with larger skirmisher count, it's tough for Kaiser to really engage here. Trying to just buy more time, and he is shipping Cav Combat now, so would have been interesting if that would have been Jaegers, but doesn't really have the gold, and gonna try to get the surround instead with the Uhlans, it looks like. A couple Uhlans just trying to go out raiding. Both players gathering from the same gold mine here, and that's a lot of Kaiserklein villagers. The tower does get up. But yeah, now a lot of villagers are exposed, and this is going to force Kaiser to have to take a fight. He can't just let all these villagers die. Like, he has to commit to a fight now. These villagers go down for free. That would just be GG. So Kaiser now forced to fight, trying to delay it for as long as possible, or just have the correct start to the fight here. And even the French villagers in here, you can be able to take some damage. This is going to be actually really nice for Mitoe. And here we go. Here's the engagement. Uhlans are now moving forward, trying to get on top of the Dragoons. Skirmishers are still walking a bit forward, trying to get as many shots onto the Dragoons as possible. Villagers tanking for Mitoe here, which is actually going to be very nice. And the Uhlans just melting so quickly here, as there are just so many Dragoons. And it looks like the French mass is just too overwhelming here for Kaiserklein. As Kaiserklein's now retreating, he still has his villagers that were gathering during all that action. But yeah, Kaiserklein forced to retreat. Even a couple Dragoons here in melee mode to snare these skirmishers. Very nice micro from Mitoe there. And yeah, putting a couple of them in melee mode, try to snare them, give the rest of Mitoe's army a chance to catch up and get some extra shots in here. Could just back off and go for these villagers though, but just gonna, yep, and I think now that's what he's gonna do. So he could pursue this, but hey, why not just get the free, easy vill kills, low risk vill kills. And Kaiserklein trying to run with these villagers here. TC trying to be placed. Uhlans trying to come in, but yeah, nothing they can really do there. Looks like Kaiserklein's trying to find some villagers and kind of get a desperation raid to get him back into this game. But yeah, these Slayer wagons going down is very, very big for Mitoe right there. He does sneak away with 2 of them actually though. So looks like he tired Mitoe out, and Mitoe's units just got tired of chasing them. This does sneak away with the 2 Slayer wagons, which is actually very good. Saving those 2. And let's take a look at Kaiserklein. Still a little bit away from his next shipments. Would be nice if we could ship Jaegers, but not sure what his game plan is for the next shipment though. It's so hard to wait for that though, because you have to gather gold for the shipment, and then the shipment also takes longer to get here. So. And in the meantime, he's in a dicey spot here, so doesn't have a ton of options as Mitoe's trying to push in now at the moment. Town center is being built here for Mitoe also at the same time. Oh, and a couple skirmishers getting caught here. Very nice job, Mitoe picking off the kind of reinforcements there. And Mitoe with the larger skirm mass, Kaiserklein, trying to defend his villagers here. Knows he's gonna have to commit to a fight here eventually, and it's just gonna be a matter if he can get a good surround on these units and have a really good trade. But definitely behind the military at the moment. This is a little bit of a scary spot for Mitoe though, because there's a lot of forest here and. Potentially a good spot to get snared. There's not much kiting you can do over here, right? So Ulans are going to come from behind, and Ulans now moving in on the front here. We're going to try to snare the army, pulling the dragoons a little bit forward. These Ulans are coming from behind, not really at the same time though. Doesn't want to commit quite yet. It looks like. Looks like Kaiserklein's actually waiting on his Ulan shipment, so I think that's going to be the go time. Shipment's about to arrive here any second, and then he'll really try to get us around here and see if he can kind of trap this army here. Black Riders a little bit out of position there, though, still waiting on those Ulans to be shipped as they're now arriving. And here we go. Now it is go time for Kaiserklein, sending everything in, getting the Black Riders on top of the Crusaders, which is very nice, and even doing some bill pulling here. And here's the shipment. Trying to get on the back line of the Dragoons and deal as much damage to those Dragoons as possible. And like I said, this is a dicey spot for Mitoe as there's not much room to, kite. He's up against this TP, and Helbs are here, but they are late to the fight. And it looks like a very good trade for Kaiserklein as Mitoe put himself in a dicey situation where he just didn't have much room, physical room to kite. And really got surrounded very well by Kaiserklein there. Helbs are getting a lot of hits in on these Ulans, however, but it looks like Kaiserklein maybe just wanted to kill the Ulans as quick as possible so he can get on top of the rest of the army here. And all of a sudden, this game is very, very close again. It felt like Mitoe had such a big lead, but I think that trade went really, really well for Kaiserklein cost efficiently. Overall, kind of even. Neither, I guess, Kaiserklein coming out a little bit on top, a little bit more units left over after the fight, but. It felt like Mitoe had a lot more units, but at the same time, those the timing of the Ulan shipment coming was really big, and yeah, Mitoe maybe being a little bit overly aggressive as he also had a second town center at the same time, so maybe he could have played more defensively and worked on the eco lead, but Mitoe's definitely still a very close game. Not sure who is really ahead at the moment. Mitoe is ahead. Mitoe is ahead in eco by quite a bit, but he is behind in military by a large amount. So I think it's actually gonna have to be go time for Kaiser soon, where he might want to, start doing some eco damage. Otherwise, the French might outscale. And Mitoe even switching to some crossbows here as he is running out of gold mines on the map here. Looks like is now on this bottom fresh gold mine though. Kaiserklein securing the other gold mines here. And wow, yeah, now Kaiserklein looks to be in a dominant position, and it felt like Mitoe was winning this entire game. And man, when he was killing the Slayer wagons over here, it just looked like it was GG. Kaiser wasn't gonna be able to win, but Kaiser snuck out snuck away with 2 of those settler wagons, which is, like, you know, that's a lot of villagers, the 2 settler wagons. So that was maybe a bit of a mistake, Mitoe not tracking down those last 2 settler wagons. Mitoe with 2 cannons, though, here, 2 falcons. This is actually interesting, kind of like delaying the Falcon shipment for a long time, and you know, now there's not a ton of Ulans in the field anymore. Quick walling from Mitoe, very nice, but it is a little bit awkward against the tree line. It is going to buy him some time, though, so very good job. Oh, he could have tried to close it off there, didn't get a chance to completely close off the wall, though, so Ulans are still able to connect, and he did buy some time, though, with the quick walls, and the villagers are now escaping.
Kann mich nicht bewegen.
And ooh, here we go, Halbs now. So this is actually a pretty nice army composition. The 2 Falks, like how does Germany deal with 2 Falks? You know, you're gonna think, oh, let me just overwhelm them with a huge Ulan mass and have the Ulans pick off the 2 Falks. But now you got Halbs and Dragoons to protect those 2 Falks, so it's gonna be really hard for Germany to get to those 2 Falcons and take them out. Take a look at Kaiserklein's deck. He does have another shipment about to be on the way. It'll be interesting to see what he goes with. I'm assuming 1,000 gold, I'm guessing? Maybe war wagons? Oh, going with the war wagons. Working on his last gold mine over here. He does still have that 1k coin, though, so even after this gold mine runs out, he could potentially ship the 1k coin. So he's still got some time, you know, gathering gold. Very nice volleys here from the skirmishers, picking off 2 dragoons for free. Falcons were trying to get around there, but struggling around the trees. They could have potentially got a volley off, but they're getting stuck in the forest. And Tower here spotting Mitoe's army. Mitoe moving forward, looking to take out the outpost here and try to be aggressive. Ulans are now coming in. War wagons popping at the tower here too. So go time for Kaiser once again. And let's see how good Mitoe can protect his 2 Falcons with his Halbs and Dragoons. Could have maybe got a little bit better on top of the... And both of the Falcons do now go down. Could have got around the Falcons a little bit better, perhaps, with the Halbs and the Dragoons. That was actually such a huge point. Like, keeping those 2 Falcons alive was massive. He did an okay job protecting them, but I think he could have done a little bit better job protecting the 2 Falcons, as you know, they could have done so much value to this big skirmisher ball if the Falcons could have got a couple more volleys off there. So I think Kaiser played that fight pretty well there. Picking up the Falcons pretty efficiently there. And now a couple villagers here from Mitoe running for their life. Dragoons are close by, though, to try to push these Ulans back. Mitoe is on 2 TCs this whole time. Looks like he just finished his last gold mine, though. So, and Kaiserklein also finishing his last gold mine at the same exact time. So there's officially no more gold on the map. And however, Kaiserklein does have a 1k coin treasure in his deck, which he could use for some more gold if he decides to. Meanwhile, Mitoe does not have the 1k coin. And now Mitoe doing a switch here to the veteran Crusaders. And looking at the eco lead, pretty even. Looks like Mitoe has a slight eco lead, but he is behind in military. And how will these 2 players transition? That will be the question. We got 2 mills down for Mitoe already, and we'll have to see what kind of transition Kaiserklein is going to make here. It's always a strange point in AoE 3 games where all the resources just run out on the map, and all of a sudden like the amount of things you can afford just like plummets, like, you know, skyrockets downward, where you just literally can't afford any military units because like you just can't gather res, and you have to put like all your villagers on wood and then just build slow gathering mills or plantations. So it's kind of like whatever army you have now is like the army you have. So Kaiserklein up in military by quite a bit, and that's actually really significant because, like I said, it's extremely hard to train like even any units at this point in the game. So having the military lead at this point is very crucial. And TC, excuse me, TC is getting sieged here. And Mitoe does have 10 villagers inside that town center. Could do a potential Minutemen pop here. It looks like it is going to be go time for Mitoe here. Is he going to do a Minutemen pop? Or maybe just pushing Kaiser back a bit. Doesn't want to fully commit quite yet. Minutemen might not even be worth it since every little gold is super valuable. Kaiser actually backing off here. Ruins are getting on top of some of the Dragoons actually. But wow, Kaiser does not have a lot of anti-cav at all, really. A couple Black Riders mixed in there and some war wagons though. There's a pretty even fight here, but I think Kaiser may be coming out on top. He had the larger army going into it, but actually now Kaiser really has to retreat as he has very little anti-cav, and this big bad boy, just him alone, might be able to do quite a bit of damage. Oh, he's got a couple of his friends coming here. Yeah, and Kaiser with very little anti-cav being forced to retreat here, trying to kite as efficiently as he can. And he is doing a very good job of picking off the cavalry units here, even just with the skirmishers. As you know, Mitoe's army and the rest of his army was kind of struggling to engage at the same time. So that was actually like insanely good kiting from Kaiser. Like he just killed Crusaders with skirmishers. Like that was really good job there by Kaiserklein. And now Kaiserklein switching into veteran crossbows as the gold is out on the map. A couple mills are down for Kaiserklein, and now working on his first plantation, making some war wagons. He did ship that 1k coin, so he did. Looks like he ate that 1k coin up already. Oh, he does have 700 gold in the bank now, so he allows him to train some more gold units. Looks like he's gonna invest it into war wagons. Mitoe now dropping, an estate. He's dropping in an estate. He has another estate over here. Shipped the 1k, actually what was that wood? He was just gathering wood, wasn't he? He already shipped 1k wood. Why was there more wood? I don't know. Was that 700 wood? I don't know. Maybe I'm blind. Or maybe that was a different crate I saw. Another estate coming down here from Mitoe, building them pretty damn far forward, so a little brave with his estate locations. I guess he just really wants to hold down this TC location, but might be a little safer and smarter to build them here. If you get pushed off this, it's going to be kind of GG-ish. Wow, very good game, very back and forth. Still a very close game with Mitoe the slight eco lead. Well, actually up about almost 10 vills. And behind in military just slightly. Kaiserklein with actually just regular villagers on the estate, which maybe he doesn't need that gold that much, but kind of feels a little weird. I would expect him to, overload the estate with his cellar wagons. Why does it feel like he has no cellar wagons though? Did he lose like every cellar wagon in this game? He's got 2 cellar wagons apparently. He's lost a lot of cellar wagons this game. These were the 2 that escaped here like 20 minutes ago, right? The last 2 cellar wagons. There he goes. Now he actually puts them onto the estate as he takes the GUA tips there. Alright, Mitoe now moving out on the map here, looking to potentially push. Kaiser getting a batch of 4 war wagons here, as he now has a pretty fair amount of anti-cav. And I think he's going to be going crossbows, well probably mainly just crossbows, and this will be his anti-cav essentially. Or, well, I mean, he now, never cross that, what am I saying? Okay, he's now building another estate, so he's going to be able to, switch back to, like, gold units again. It's going to be slow production, but he'll train some. Very good information. Mitoe with native scouts still alive after 30 minutes of game play. That's good. That's some good value there. And, yeah, Mitoe happy with just kind of delaying the action as he has had the eco lead. And I think now Mitoe looking to be in a really good position once again in this game. And he does have a shipment in just a second that he'll be able to send here. Be interesting to see which one he goes with. Does he have an H2 cav card? He does have H2 cav cards. I wonder if he would send one of those. Kaiserklein now looking to push in here. Gonna take out the TC very quickly as it was not repaired. Minutemen are being called though. Mitoe kind of backing off here, doesn't want to fully engage, delaying. There's actually a pretty nice Minutemen call. That TC would have died very quickly. So the Minutemen call, it didn't force a trap or it didn't start an engagement, but it did keep the TC alive actually. Oh wow, Mitoe going for the eco route actually. That's, I mean, yeah, kind of good, but that's interesting. Maybe that's a smart choice, but could get some more HP on those cavalry units. Looking to play the eco game instead. Kaiserklein doing some more poking here. Gonna send the Ulans in to maybe finish off the town center. It feels a little weird for Eco Theory to come in right now, to be honest. Like, I'm pretty sure the game's gonna end, like, now, essentially. So, like, it would be nice if he had more HP on these cav in this, like, game-deciding fight right now, rather than just having a better eco that won't affect you for another, like, a few minutes, at least. But, either way, big engagement, what doesn't matter. War Wagons are gonna try to kite all these cavalry units, and maybe just another even trade here. Looks like Mitoe's kind of coming out a little bit on top here. Kaiserklein trying to retreat. War Wagon's already getting a lot of value taking out these Crusaders here. And just another back and forth engagement. So, yeah, I mean, the game didn't get decided right there. So maybe Eco Theory will kind of help him prevail in this game as it continues to have these back and forth fights. And you can see the eco upgrades here.
Bonjour, prêt.
Ooh, cavalry speed? Well, that's really expensive, but... Oh, cav hit points actually really good. 10% for only 300 res is actually pretty good. Alright, very close game. Mitoe with the villager lead, the eco lead, military-wise, pretty even here. Looking for villagers, but I mean, this is a barren wasteland. There's no resources over here. There's no reason for villagers to be over here. And let's take a look. Mitoe now upgrading artificial fertilizer. Gonna increase the mill gather rate here, the villagers gather rate on the mills. And Kaiserklein looking to push. Kaiser now shipping, what is this? Is this 1,000? Yeah, 1,000 wood it looked like. Can I click on it? 1,000 wood and 3 Ulans. He never was able to ship Jaegers. But yeah, it's so hard to, you're just gathering gold from the estate. So Jaeger's always an amazing shipment, but at this moment, he really needs more anti-cav. Actually, with that being said, he's training skirmishers, actually now Ulans. Not too concerned with the Crusaders. Oh, here's another batch of war wagons. So TC did get repaired from Mitoe, so actually very nice. Gonna keep this town center alive and allow these villagers to continue working for a bit. And it is going to be go time. Oh, Kaiserklein did build this trading post. He got the upgrade for the speed on the cav units, it looks like, but not the HP one. Or no, that was the HP one. This one's the speed one, it looks like. Yeah. Alright, both players just moving around back and forth. Neither one fully wanting to commit yet. Oh, this is a nuts game. 35-minute game on Colorado. And now Mitoe looking to build a trading post and get some of those cav upgrades himself. And looking at the eco lead, Mitoe's still with the economy lead and now with the military lead also. So it looks like Mitoe's chances are looking better and better as this game continues to progress here. And he's really starting to get this large number of veteran crusaders with cav combat. He doesn't have an arsenal. There it is. The arsenal is going down right now. Going to be able to upgrade his military units, which will be very nice. And arsenal also going down for Kaiserklein at the same exact time. Look at this. This is what top level AoE3 gameplay looks like. Players doing the same things at the same time, knowing when to do what, where to do what, why to do what, and who to do what with. Meanwhile, Mitoe, then we can't see the text here. Wait. I can't see that. Nope, there we go. Mitoe did get one of the upgrades there. Alright, both players, neither one fully wanting to commit quite yet. Both of the militaries so close to one another yet. Nothing yet. The war has not begun yet. And there we go, Kaiserklein starting it off with some skirmisher shots. Getting some free volleys in. And there's a lot of choke point area here, though. Not really the best spot for Mitoe would be fighting, but he is now kind of a little bit in the open here, so going to fully commit as he sees an opportunity. And there are a lot of war wagons here, though. It's hard to say who's going to come out on top. This is going to be a very close fight here. As, God, Kaiser's kiting is just always so insanely good. Like, his skirmishers aren't even getting attacked yet. What the? Kaiser just doesn't even care about cav. Kaiser continuing to kite, but the anti-cav mass is kind of small. Does Kaiser care? Not really. He'll just kill crusaders with skirms. War wagons are starting to fall down here. Kaiser's cutting back. He does have a second TC here also. Just using skirmishers to kill crusaders. Who cares? Minutemen being called. And God, another fight that just looked really good cost efficiently for Kaiser. Like, it's another fight that like Mitoe should win. He probably has way more res and units, but Kaiser just wins the fight, even though like he basically shouldn't. Like, Kaiser just kited that so well. Couple Ulans trying to even sneak back here. Oh, they might have actually got a lot of Vil kills. Those Ulans might have picked up quite a few Vils. Kaiser did have a second TC, so the Vil graph. Yeah, wow, the Vils are now. Mitoe's only up by 1, and the militaries are like very even also. This is a lot of upgrades. Oh wait, I think you can't hover over it, click on it to see. These are some very upgraded crusaders. Oh nice, he did now send that H2 cav hit points card, along with the 2 unique texts from the native post. Yeah, the Kaiser's been doing a great job kiting with the skirmishers, but these guys are getting pretty scary where they might not care about Kaiser's kiting anymore. Meanwhile, these war wagons are looking really beefy themselves. And maybe even a Ulan switch would be really good at this point for Kaiser. Like, I mean, they'd just be super upgraded Ulans, right? Like, maybe this is where you just switch off with skirms and, like, ranged units. Or, yeah, I mean, war wagons are super beefy, right? Well, yeah, maybe the super beefy war wagons just counter the super beefy Crusaders. Just such good positioning for Kaiser. Like, how does Mitoe commit here? War wagons are now just getting a huge amount of shots in here. Like, how do you take a fight underneath a German TC like this? The skirms are melting pretty quickly since there's so many of the Crusaders that are getting a lot of hits and a lot of splash damage. But a lot of war wagons, very close fight, very back and forth here. Hard to say who's really coming out on top. There are a lot of skirmishers though. And here we go. Now Ulans are being trained. I like that. Look how incredibly upgraded these Ulans are. They should be able to do a lot of damage. And Mitoe's looking pretty good. He's got the eco lead. He's pushing, even got slight military lead here, and maybe he might just have just enough units to really be winning this engagement. And yeah, it's starting to snowball more and more. It looked like very even, but now it's starting to become a little more clear that Mitoe has the lead here. Unless Kaiserklein can get a nice unit pop here. It's kind of really starving for resources. There's the 5 Ulans. I guess perhaps it's go time here, but a lot of skirmishers. Now all of a sudden, maybe overproduced war wagons, you could argue, is he can't really use them in this fight. Oh, well now he can. Oh god, look at those guys jump to the front line. War wagons focusing them down does do a really good job focusing them down, but I think Kaiser just sees too much of a mass, and Kaiser taps out. Wow, what an insane game this was. Wow, very well played. GG to both these players here. Wow, this was a nuts game. Super nuts game. Walls were coming down towards the end there. Yeah, Mitoe was in a very good position early, then Mitoe kind of threw, and then Mitoe took the lead back. It was so back and forth throughout this entire game. Very, very great gameplay from both these players.
Auftrag.
Wow. Awesome stuff. Take a look at the post-game stats here. Take a look at some of the graphs, villager count here. Mitoe losing quite a few vills here. I think that was around the time of him trying to quick wall and delay the vill deaths. Kaiserklein did a really good job staying in the game after he kind of fell behind in maybe strategy wise. He invested a lot into Ulans but then never did anything with them. And Mitoe was looking really good early, but then the first big fight went super good for Kaiser, where there was no business. Kaiser had no business winning the fight, but he won it very, very cleanly. Yeah, Mitoe, great gameplay from both these guys. So Mitoe tying up the series here. Go ahead and update the score. And Mitoe versus Kaiser. Can never expect nothing other than an amazing series between these two guys. By the way, is the donation alert and sub alert not working or what? I feel like it should be working. Or have subs or donations been going off at all during the stream? Maybe. Oh, looking at the military unit production. A lot of super back and forth fights, right? One player winning a fight just by a small margin, and then, jeez, look at these, so many separate fights where it's just dead even trades. That's insane. Look at this. Oh, that's insane. Alright, so what series is 2-2? Be getting into the last game here in just a little bit. Oh, boy. Alright, give me a second, grab some water. Alright, so yeah, were donations or subs not working? I might have to I could have sworn they're set up and should be working correctly. But, I mean, I haven't casted on the ESOC in, like, probably over a year, so also wouldn't be shocked if they're not working. Alright guys, we are getting into Game 5 here in this Play All 5 series in the EPL 3 tournament hosted by ESOC. Not sure what sponsors are there for the tournament, but you guys can maybe do exclamation mark sponsors in the chat or something, or admins can say who this tournament's sponsored by. I didn't have a lot of time to do my research for this. Yep, any mods or admins can provide that info. Alright, so here we go. We are in Game 5 here. Let's set all the goodies, all of Aza's goodies up. And we are good to go. Alright, so we have Kaiserklein playing as the French in the blue. And in the red, Mitoe playing as the Dutch in Game 5. Kaiserklein going for the early trading post here. So French versus Dutch, interesting matchup. Dutch does seem very strong at the moment in AoE 3. And we did see Kaiser use Dutch earlier in the series, and he did get the win with them. So Mitoe pulling out Dutch for the first time himself this series. Both players with plenty of experience with both of these civs, of course. And we are seeing the Dutch open with a market here and getting hunting dogs, and now going to pick up a 90 food treasure. Ooh, looks like Kaiserklein is going for this native scout. Nope, he's just scouting, but he's going to come across this, it looks like. Does he want another native scout to join his party? Or will he walk past it? Looks like he's walking past it, just grabbing a sheep there. And here's a 100 wood treasure, so this is one of the big bad treasures here. This would be a really big one if one of these players could get the 100 wood. And there we go. We see Kaiserklein sharp shoot one of the polar bears. Let's see if does Mitoe have eyes on this. Mitoe does have eyes on it, and he is now going down to it. So we're going to see a treasure contention here. Let's see from Mitoe's point of view, how is this looking? Kaiserklein hanging out here. Mitoe is fully aware, taking a side route. He sees one's already sharp shot. He knows Kaiserklein's sharp shot isn't back yet. But is Mitoe's sharp shot up? That is a question. I believe it is. That's why Mitoe's going in. I think he wants to try to take the sharp shot and maybe try to steal it. But this looks like kind of good for Kaiser because he's got more health on his explorers. Here we go, the sharp shot. Fake sharp shot coming in. Envoy just watching as everything's going down. Both players going down at the same time, it looks like. And it goes to Mitoe. Looks like Mitoe just a tiny bit ahead there. Very good job from Mitoe. Kaiserklein is going to snare his Explorer and potentially kill the Explorer here, but picking up that 100 wood is very big, especially with Dutch. Can help you get your banks up quicker. I mean, 100 wood with any save is very, very big treasure. So, really large swing there. You know, one player getting the 100 wood instead of the other player. You know, essentially a 200 wood swing in the game, which is massive, especially this at the 3-minute mark. Mitoe trying to pull his Explorer. There he goes. He does get the successful pull. However, the native is here to maybe prevent the Explorer from retreating. And Mitoe actually trying to get the native. He does get the native. So a little bit sloppy by Kaiser. Letting his native go down doesn't feel too great. He does kill Mitoe's Explorer, but I feel like that was really a good trade from Mitoe. I mean, Kaiser now has free reign to grab any treasure he wants on the map. So that's obviously really big, but losing the native, not super ideal. Overall, they need to lose 100 wood, but grabbing the 80 XP is going to feel good. So semi-even age 1 here from these players. And Kaiserklein now researching placer mines and hunting dogs, aging up with 400 wood here. And he is going to, was shipping wood, but nope, changed his mind there. Going with the 4 villager shipments. Meanwhile, Mitoe, what is Mitoe? What is he scheming? What scheme is Mitoe up to at the moment? Aging up with the 400 wood here. What is he looking to do? Got a couple fishing boats in his deck in case water fights come into play here. He's not sending a shipment. A little bit slow with the shipment there. There's a 700 wood coming in. John used the Envoy to pick up his Explorer, but it looks like maybe he can scare it off a little bit. Kaiserklein researching steel traps and now building a stable here. Going to be opening with Huss. And shipping 700 wood behind this. So maybe adding a barracks potentially or a second TP. I think he's going to add a second trading post. And then maybe make Huss and then go up to H3. I think that's Kaiserklein's game plan, I believe. Meanwhile, Mitoe with the 700 wood on the way, dropping a second bank here. And he does not have steel traps, actually delaying steel traps a little bit here. Just trying to get these banks up a little bit quicker. Prioritizing the banks over the steel traps, makes sense. And now Mitoe dropping a stable of his own. He does have another shipment available. Let's see, what is he going to send here? Bank wagon? Bank wagon indeed. And Kaiserklein does have Huss already out on the field. He got a 4 Huss batch trained. And that wood is now in for Kaiserklein. So what does he want to do with that wood? Looks like maybe he's not going for a second TP as he's moving his Explorer in to get some information. Sees the stable going up. Ooh, Kaiser's going to be able to pick up the Explorer. He's going to be very nice. Get some XP for killing the Explorer. And, just 9 vision. They're going to use it with that Explorer, of course. And now sending the Huss in to see if they can pick off any villagers here. Meanwhile, Kaiser, what did he use that wood on? Is he shipping wood again? He's shipping 600 wood behind 700 wood? Kaiser's a madman. He's dropping 2 forward barracks. Kaiser is a true madman. Picking up a villager, ooh, that feels really good. Kaiser breaking the meta and shipping 700 wood, then 600 wood, and dropping 2 forward barracks. What is this guy doing? Wow. And okay, so this is interesting. And wow, going for pikes, going with, he's doing a nade strategy here, going for the heavy pike composition. Let's see what does Mitoe know? Does Mitoe know of this trickery? The Huss are going to be moving in, and they're going to be finding out now. Now they do know. Very quick reaction time from Mitoe. Damn, dude. immediately turned back the second he sees Huss and barracks. Dropping down some wall segments, very nice. Once Mitoe scouted this, and now he's dropping down walls. Really, really nice, smart stuff. Super, super smart.
Ik voel me nu wat sterker.
Not deleting the pillars. Oh, there's the pillar delete. And wow, wall's coming up just in time as I hear Kaiser raging at the moment. Pike's getting their shots in here. He doesn't even care about the walls. He's gonna try to take these walls down quickly. And Mitoe did call Minutemen, but actually canceled it. Trying to get the correct timing. Now he's calling it. Maybe he should have called it before. Well, it's hard to say. Oh man, now the Minutemen come out. Well, okay, it's paired with the Huss batch, but it's still kind of an awkward Minutemen call. It pushes the pikes back, keeps the market alive, but the wall went down. I could have maybe called the Minutemen before the wall went down. Didn't get a ton of value out of that, but it still makes it very hard to push into this Dutch base, like, because the Minutemen are just gonna be so valuable versus pikes, right? Like, you can hide the Minutemen behind, you know, and all the choke points and stuff, and then it's like, oh, how do you push into the Dutch base? And Kaiser adding muskets and shipping 8 expos. He is all in with this age 2 timing. This guy is a madman. Shipping 700 coin behind this with another batch of hussars. Let's see how Mitoe defends this. He does have 8 pikes on the way himself here, so that's very nice. Could potentially get a very nice trap as they're about to arrive too. Mitoe's trying to bait the hussar in. 8 pikes do arrive though. And Kaiser's trying to do as much damage as he can while not overcommitting here, taking down the market. Perhaps picking off a Ville. Nope. And yeah, Kaiser trying to kite here as much as he can. Pulling the low HP Minutemen forward. One goes down. And just going to be working on another house here. As Mitoe is now housed, so he is in a bit of a scary situation here. He's with his 4 banks, but yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of military here. So he bought his Explorer back. Here we go, here's the engagement. A batch of skirmishers did get trained there. There are a lot of pikes here, and the hussars from Mitoe are going down pretty quickly here. And then not much anti-cav, but Kaiser actually backing up here. A couple envoys even being trained here to tank. Now Kaiser going to be moving back in with the hussars. Quick wall coming down. It's not going to come down in time, it looks like. Would have been really nice if he could have... Wait, it did get kind of coming down in time. Buying a little bit of time, but not really. Yeah, you could have maybe done some quick walls a little bit sooner to protect the skirms. Good effort there, though. But yeah, this is just an overwhelming mass from Kaiserklein, and reinforcements aren't stopping. And wow, this might just be GG right here, actually, is Kayak. Mitoe's just out of options, perhaps over-boomed with the 4 banks, as I was saying in that other game. You gotta be very careful when booming with Dutch to not over-boom with the banks. And Hussar's even kind of getting caught here, taking a lot of damage. It was like one was trained through shipped. And yeah, more Hussars coming in for Kaiserklein here, so not looking good for Mitoe. And floating that, 1k gold is he can't gather any food. He's got the 4 banks. Actually, no, he has 5 banks. He did 5 bank booms, so yeah. Looks like Mitoe was a bit over greedy. He didn't expect this super weird push from Kaiserklein. And yeah, there's the GGs. Kaiserklein does take this series 3-2. Once again, beating Mitoe in a tournament, and once again another incredibly close series. And yeah, just very nice play from Kaiserklein. Very good job adapting. Just throwing your opponent off guard, doing some weird kind of build where start Huss, but then you ship 700 wood and 600 wood and kind of all in with a timing push. Very nice stuff there. As we saw, the 5 bank boom was just over greedy from Mitoe after, due to this rush. And it just didn't allow Mitoe to have enough military to be able to hold the push. And yep, there you see the military mass, big nosedive of Mitoe here. And that is a wrap, boys and girls. Kaiserklein takes the series 3-2. Alright, don't know if anything else is on the agenda for today. I don't believe there is, but keep the stream open here for a little bit, see if anybody is taking over the stream or anything like that. Score update, sure, why not? The game's series is over. But, yeah. Alright, another great series in the books. Alright, well, if there's nothing else, I'm going to end the stream here. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for the day. Fitz is casting the show match. Let's see what other AOE3 streamers are streaming at the moment. What other action we got going on. Interesting. Alright, looks like Fitzbro is streaming a show match between Lucas and Keister, which is actually a really good series. So, yep, that's going to be it for the stream here, and we'll go ahead and raid Fitzbro. Alright, guys, see you next time. Thanks for watching. And I don't have permission to do the raid, so someone else can do it if they're here. Otherwise, go type in twitch.tv/Fitzbro. Alright, I'm out, guys.